Hey guys, there's one thing that I wanted to talk to you about for a long time, I guess. And that's one of the things that I mention every time I go to a big boss or a big board meeting and try to pitch the ideas about experience design or taking care of the customer, basically. And what I do very often is I showed the two perspectives. I say that it's very rare that the idea for a new solution, new product, new service generated within the business, within the company, it's very rare that that idea alone delivers 100% of the satisfaction on the customer side. But on the other hand, if you take your customers and ask them what they want, what kind of service, product, etc., it's very rare that that idea that they generates business value, because they want to go to the moon and back and pay, a 100 euros, for example, for that. And that's obviously not feasible business-wise. And those two perspectives, if they're not aligned in any way or combined within a process of understanding, that's really difficult to work in any one of those areas. If you just ask your customers, that's difficult to implement. If you just ask the business people, it's rarely impactful for the customers themselves, as far as innovation or any other aspect of a big impact is concerned. So I guess what I'm getting at is the pitch that I have there is that it's only the collide of those two perspectives that actually makes the difference. When you take the business perspective and their hypotheses and their ideas, and then you collide that with the perspective of the customer and their ideas and their way of looking at the same thing, it's actually very narrow of an element. When you actually combine those two perspectives together, there's a very fine line in between the two, but that's actually where the true innovation is, or the true uniqueness of that solution or that service is. And that perspective, or putting that in front of those guys, that the ideas you generate are great, but the problem is that it's very rare that they're going to generate customer success. But if you just ask your customers, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to generate ideas and solutions that are not really implementable for your business. So we need to combine those two perspectives together. And that really helped me out to unravel the mystery of what this whole experience design or putting the customer in the center of the process is. It's not just listening to the customer and doing whatever he says. No, it's more than that. It's taking his perspective and then making an informed business decision about what do we do with it. How do we actually implement that perspective into our daily routines of business, in our services, into our products, etc. So I was wondering if you had similar problems or similar tricks to actually talk to people on the business side, to actually pitch the ideas and try to convince them that it's not just about, we're not just going to be listening to the customer, we're just going to gather the perspective and then try to come up with new, meaningful, unique ways to actually fulfill their needs, but making sure that the business actually can support that in all the ways, shapes and forms. So I'd be really interested in hearing if you had similar issues, and if this is of any use to you. That'd be really cool to hear. So yeah, I'll see you around.